Hey guys, how's it going? It's Josh McGaffigan here with Pro Tool Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the Ego 56 volt 18-inch FN 1800 misting fan. We're going to do a quick unboxing, show you all the features, and show you why you should be excited about this fan from Ego. Let's get into it. Okay, so just from looking at the box, we can go ahead and see it's got 5,000 CFM. That's what Ego's claiming. They also say you can get up to 60 hours of runtime on low with a 5 amp hour battery. That's pretty cool. They also say it's travel ready, and we can see that from the wheels right there. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. Right off the bat, we got our wheels tucked in here. Go ahead and grab those out of there. Set those off to the side. Got our top handle, and we got some tools, and it looks like little hubcaps. That's kind of cool. All right, let's lift this thing out here. Whoa! All right. Oh, there's our handle. Okay, so before we get to any assembly, right off the bat, let's talk about some features. I see our telescopic handle there. That's probably going to come in handy whenever we put the wheels on. Be almost like a rolling suitcase. That'll be nice. And then going to the front here, let's take a look at the controls. Got our power control buttons. We got a turbo mode. This right here, Ego tells us they have two misting modes. They've got the continuous and intermittent. From our research, we've seen the intermittent uses a considerably less amount of water. So that'll be good for whenever you want to conserve that. And I imagine this continuous mode will be great on those hot summer days. Right here we see our battery compartment. That just pops open like that. Good firm connection there. Battery release, obviously. And from the looks of that battery compartment, you could probably get, I'd say, either probably a 10 amp hour battery in there pretty comfortably if you want to run this thing for a lot longer. So that's cool. All right, let's do some assembly. Gonna start with our top handle. And which way? Oh, look at that. That's awesome. So Ego actually helped us out here, put this little peg so you don't get this handle backwards. It goes right here in this hole. We're going to pop that in there. Let's get into our hardware. I always like putting stuff together. I used to put stuff together with my dad, and it was always a fun time. So I always enjoy this part of the process. Okay, so top handle, good. I actually really like this top handle. It's very secure. This thing, it's not the lightest in the world, but with that said, this handle will give you a good option if you want to pick it up and walk with it, or if you want to roll it, that's fine too. But this is a very sturdy handle. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and get to the wheels. So these are actually rubber molded wheels. And you know, pretty basic, but it's nice that it's good solid rubber, good grip, so it's going to keep traction on the ground whenever you're rolling. Let's go and pop this one on. And now Ego does use all the same screws for this, so you don't have to worry about mixing them up. There's a little washer in there to go. Take our little hubcap, and find the way it goes. Boom. Done. Turn it around to the other side. You can see the Ego made it pretty simple to get up and running with this fan quickly. It's not a lot of assembly, which is really nice. It means you can unbox this thing and be cooling off in about 10 minutes or so. So that is our Ego 56 volt 18-inch fan. Completely assembled, like I said, less than a couple minutes. I mean, we were here for 5 minutes maybe, and we're ready. We're ready to go. So one thing to keep in mind is that Ego does not include a battery with this fan as of yet. That may change in the future. We don't know. But for right now, it doesn't come with a battery, so you want to make sure that you've got a battery on hand. Luckily we do. This is a 5 amp hour battery. We're going to go ahead and throw it in here, show you the different functions, show you how to cycle through the modes, and yeah, let's get to it. So just like you'd expect from Ego, you've got this nice battery compartment. Battery slides right in. Boom, secure. Close that up. Now, one thing you can do is you can operate it like this, vertically, with this telescopic handle, or lay it on its side, Either way is perfectly fine. It is a swivel fan, so you can move it 225 degrees all around. So you can point any direction you need. Go ahead and tighten that up for now. Good, nice and secure. And also, I want to talk about this bad boy right here. So this is a weighted suction hose. This will, you see the little ball bearing down there in the bottom. This will sink to the bottom of the bucket, and it will draw water rather quickly to get these these misters pumping quickly. Now, Ego does include a spare mister just in case yours get gummed up or whatever, but these are pretty simple. And actually, let me go ahead and show you, pull these out of the box. They're a very, very simple component. So if you ever happen to get these things and maybe your suction hose picks up a little piece of dirt, this comes apart very easily. So all you gotta do is pull this out, clean it out, a little spring in there. It's very simple. Put it back together, and you're good to go. All right, now I just want to run you through some of the functions. So we've got obviously our main power button there. We've got 5 normal modes of operation, and then also a turbo mode. Now, whenever we did our testing before, we actually set this thing up and set ourselves 25 feet away, which, well, if you're talking about like a normal patio setting, maybe you're having a barbecue or whatever, put this fan up, put it on turbo, we actually felt it at about 3 miles an hour, 2.5 to 3 miles an hour away from where this fan was sitting, which is honestly a nice, comfortable breeze. It's good. So we suggest, take this thing to the tailgate, go to the barbecue, go to your whatever sporting event you're taking it to. This thing's got you covered. It's going to keep you cool. Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and show off this misting function. So I'm going to get a bucket of water and let's get it going. Okay, so I got my bucket of water ready. And I just want to show you guys the misting function here. So we actually did do a little bit of research, and on the intermittent function, it's 1.2 gallons per hour flow rate. On the constant setting, it's 3.0 gallons per hour. So if you're running it pretty constant, you're going to check that bucket every so often, make sure you don't run dry. But there is actually a cool safety feature. If it runs dry for, I believe, a minute, then the motor will actually shut off to keep it from burning up. So that's a nice safety feature from Ego. But hey, y'all, come here real quick. I want to show you guys exactly how quickly this thing primes. So we've got our bucket, it's empty hose, bucket of water. Gonna go ahead and hit the misting function. And here we go, it's priming. There we go. We got water. And even if you kick it up to turbo, you see this is a really comfortable flow of water. Back it down real quick. I'll show you the intermittent. It's gonna spray for a couple seconds. Kicks back on. That's awesome. One other thing to note is that whenever you're done, if you want to go ahead and just get rid of the water in the tube, just kick it on, put it in that constant mode, let that motor run until all the water pulls out of this hose. You see, there it goes. Just go ahead and let it run dry. And that's it. Now, the fan by itself, and we mentioned we don't have a kit yet, but the fan by itself is $249 from Lowe's. So even without a battery, still a good option. Now, one thing we would like to point out is that you do need a battery for this fan. This is not a hybrid fan like we've seen with some of the others. So if you have any comments or questions, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching.